We are finally out in the garden getting some of our stuff in, and it is time. The weather is finally broke. I don't see any below zero nights coming up in our future, so we're gonna get a few things in today. First, we're starting with our carrots. And all we did was loosen up this bed with a
broad fork.
So let's see how that goes, Candace. When you guys are planting carrots, you definitely want to broad fork. Real easy, just a pitchfork, a shovel even work, anything. You just want to break up that soil and get it as deep as you can, because that's how your carrots grow super long. So we did our little broad forking, and then we added a gorilla cart full of compost on top. Pulled all the weeds, obviously. We just made some lines. We're gonna throw in our seeds now. We've got a few things we're gonna try to get in today and tomorrow. Weather's looking good. I think it's go time. Not quite ready to put leafy greens or anything out in the garden yet, but it's coming up real soon. So today we've got our sugar snacks here from Johnny's. This was a seed packet from last year, but we did 3 different kinds last year. I believe we're gonna do 3 different kinds this year as well, because that's what I have seed for. So we're gonna put in, this whole bed here is gonna be all carrots. We actually ate almost all the carrots up already that we planted last year. I think there may be a few pints canned up yet, but we've really enjoyed that all winter long. So we're gonna make sure and plant a little bit more carrots than we had last year. Not gonna get crazy here with spacing. Some people do, some people don't. I just try to get them even. Candace is gonna take over the carrot planting business today, because I'm gonna do some more stuff. All right, Candace is finishing up with these carrots over here. I'm gonna put in some radishes, and I just got a little spot here at the end of this bed, and we're gonna put some radishes in. I know these might be a little thick, but we'll thin these guys out a little bit once they start coming up. I always start to get greedy and try to put too many seeds in here for radishes, so I always got to remind myself, don't be so greedy. Let them breathe. Whoa, I got a whole lot going on there, don't I?
I'm not breathing.
Not breathing. It's important to get your cool weather crops in the ground as soon as you can, because when you try to grow this stuff in July, the radishes don't want to grow very well when it's that hot. They end up bolting. They may germinate and come up just fine, but then they'll grow so fast because it's so hot out, they'll want to bolt and they won't bulb up, and you won't get any radish out of it. So that's why we're doing this right now in the spring, and then I usually try to do it later in the fall too. When it starts cooling down, you can usually get a nice crop then. So hopefully, if I got this planted out right, I can get 1 or 2 crops this spring and probably 1 in the fall. All right. We're just gonna put on a little sprinkle of some 12-12-12 fertilizer. Nothing crazy, because we've already put our compost on, and that's got a lot of nutrients in it. This gives the old carrots just another little boost. And while we're at it, we are gonna put some on our garlic right here too. Our garlic we planted in the fall is now starting to come up. We're just gonna water this stuff in lightly. Oh, there's quite the streamer. You wanna make sure that your carrots are moist.
Did you really just say moist?
Moist. We got a nice little rain yesterday, so the ground's pretty saturated already. We just wanna get these guys wetted down good, and I'm gonna show you the final trick to germinating great carrots. Take some cardboard, lay on top, and I actually think I'm gonna have to split this. So you can use cardboard if you had like a type of dark out cloth. I've seen people use billboard signs, anything like that. But what we're doing is darkening. We're making sure this is nice and moist and stays dark. And these guys are gonna germinate within just a few days. If you let them go without doing this, you'll probably have a lot less germination rate, and it's going to take a lot longer. And I just got some T-posts here we're gonna lay on top. All right, there we go. We'll come back a couple days from now and check on these, but I bet you we're gonna have some good germination coming up here by the end of the week. All right, Candace, what we got next?
Broccoli? Bulbs?
So Candace got some dinner plate dahlias here that we're planting, and we got them a couple weeks ago. And we got to get them in the ground. We're not doing anything crazy with fertilizing, composting here. Just digging a hole, just quick hole, a little bit of fertilizer, and that's it. I'm not composting these. So we got 9 more dinner plate dahlias over here, and there's traffic everywhere today. Let me tell you, boy, the weather sure has changed, because now everybody's out doing stuff outside. We got neighbors working across the street, kids and dogs barking all across the neighborhood here. Everybody's out enjoying this nice weather. We're getting these dahlias planted, and I think we are done now. That's the nice thing with bulbs. You just kind of throw them in the ground and let them go. You don't really have to do a whole lot to them. Candace is on a roll today. She is planting glads, and I'm helping with the holes in the end of my shovel.
Never works.
What's your favorite part about planting glads, Candace?
When they're done.
All right, so we got some of our flowers in here. Candace is happy, let me tell you. Last year we had our glads in this very back row, and they did not do well. So we actually moved them over a couple rows, and I think they're gonna do just fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this back row yet. I have had terrible luck back here with this row. It just does not get enough sunlight. And we were going to work on that with getting rid of some of these trees. Hopefully that helps, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to put a park bench back here or something, and we can hang out back here and watch everything else grow throughout the season.
Sounds like the best idea.
Yeah, everything we put back there doesn't want to grow. We are on day 2 of planting, and we've actually got some asparagus here that we're going to put in our little raised bed that sits up front of our garden. We planted pumpkins here last year, and yeah, not enough room for pumpkins. So we're going to try to make this our asparagus bed now. We have asparagus way in the back of the garden, but it does not grow as well as we liked. So we're going to move this stuff up front. We eat a lot of asparagus. I know we're not going to be able to eat it this year, but this is kind of one of those things that you plant and hope that by year 2 you can get a nice little harvest off of it, and something that's perennial that we can eat on for years to come. We got all of our asparagus in. That only took a minute. It's kind of like planting bulbs. You just kind of throw them in a trench, lay them down, cover them up. Now we're on to our potatoes. We got to get these guys in the ground. I'm going to show you one quick. I've shown this on numerous other videos before. Real quick, it's almost like planting a bulb as well. I do it a little bit different. I've seen people do a trench and lay them in a trench and mound them up. I've seen the Ruth Stout method, which we've tried. Didn't work for us. This is the method I've done, I think, for 5, 6, 7 years now, and I'm going to continue because I usually get good results. So, dig a hole, right? You take 2 spadefuls out in a hole. Got about a half a scoop of compost right at the bottom of the hole. A little sprinkle of 12, 12, 12. And your potato. Try to make sure the eyes are up. Set that guy just like that. Cover him back up. And continue. That's how easy it is. We're gonna do a whole row here. I did rotate from last year. We had our potatoes over there last year. We're rotating down this year. And this is probably the sandiest spot of our garden. And the potatoes really like sandy soil like that. We've always done good right in the middle here, within a few rows of each other. Had great results. We just got to keep the moles out of them, because them little buggers in the spring, later in the spring and in the summer, they like to come in and start munching on my taters. So we make sure to control that on the outside of the garden, keep them guys out, and we'll have a great harvest this year. So I'm going to slam these guys in quick, and we're going to get going on whatever else Candace has got planned for me today. Whew. There's a lot of taters. So we got our Yukon Golds in back here. We've got our reds up here up front. I don't eat that many reds. I like them in stews and pot roasts, things like that. We just don't need as many, so I don't grow as many now. But we do use the Yukon Golds quite more frequently. So this weekend, to recap, we got our dahlias in, we got our glads in, we got our potatoes in, we got our carrots in, and we got our asparagus going. I think that's about it, isn't it, Candace?
Yep.
So we're working on our strawberry bed right now. A lot of these here have shoots, and we're gonna pull these shoots out and transplant this rest of this front bed full. It's about 8 feet. And we're gonna finish that out. So this whole bed will be strawberries here. They took off real good last year. I transplanted some, it was really hot. Some of them died off. So I'm gonna do it again earlier this spring so they have a better chance of taking off. But that's it, guys. Between going back and forth, editing video, painting the living room, and planting this garden. Oh, we also had Easter dinner too. It's been a long weekend. I'm gonna cut this one off right here, guys. We are planting the garden. We're in full planting mode, so get ready for some more videos of planting this thing out and a couple different things that we are putting in here this year you guys haven't seen before. Thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.